What about the idea, and I think I touched on this the last time we talked, but this is something that I hate this trope, this bromide. Follow your passion. It's the worst advice I've ever heard. It gets people, now it's just a rampant industry. Like, hey, you don't like your job? Sign up for my mastermind. I'll teach you how to flip houses. Sign up for my mastermind. I'll teach you how to be an online influencer.
Right.
Look at this Mike Rowe guy. He's making tons of money writing Facebook
Right.
posts that people probably only read the headline they shared. He's making hand over fist, this guy's making
Take my
money.
master class.
That's right. Yeah. You don't have one of those yet?
Nope.
No?
Well, I mean, I'm giving it right now. This
Yeah,
is
this
it,
is it.
everybody. Welcome to my master class. Yeah, I mean, where do you have to get in your life when you can seriously look earnestly into the lens and say, the time has come for me to disgorge all of the information in my enormous brain. It's going to take a while because I'm very smart, but you bought a ticket, so sit down and relax. Are you kidding me? How do people do that?
I don't know. They get a big check and they're like, all right, I'm going to make this look good.
Look, that might have sounded a little holier than thou. Make no mistake. I get accused of selling out every month, and I have no defense. Of course, I sold out. I sold out in 1989 when I took my first job at QVC. I was literally selling things in the middle of the night. I sold out before I had anything to bargain with.
Yeah.
You know, it's just amazing. You know, we give so much more credence to the struggling or starving artist than we do somebody who has actually succeeded in some financial way. We're so suspicious.
I'd have more credibility as a podcaster if I was broke, I think so.
Well, you know what? The only sensible thing for you to do with your brand new family is to give all your money away and watch those numbers go through the roof.
Yeah.
The roof.
Were it so easy.
The roof that you're trying to get fixed.
Yeah, the roof that I don't have because I'm broke now. Yeah. Yeah, I think you say take your passion with you, but I think a lot of people go, yeah, that sounds really good. And then they don't do that.
No.
Or they don't know what that means.
No, it's kind of like, stay the course.
Yeah.
Persistence.
Keep your head down.
Yeah, it's great. Staying the course is terrific advice if you're going in the right direction. Following your passion is terrific advice if the passion is taking you to a place where opportunity and your own set of skills will be able to coexist. But follow your passion as a bromide is precisely what 98% of the people do who audition for American Idol. They follow their passion. And then at 22 years of age, they realize for the very first time in their life that they can't sing at all. not even a little, and they learn this on national television. And they're lined up, thousands of people who have been told throughout the totality of their short lives that if you believe something deeply enough, and if you want something bad enough, and if you truly embrace the essence of persistence and your passion, if you let your passion lead you. I mean, Beyoncé said that very thing as she received a Grammy. Just stick with it. Well, I mean, how can you give that kind of advice to someone you've never known? How can you even talk that way to somebody until you at least have an understanding of who they think they are and what they think they want?
That's a good point. Yeah. Stick with it. I mean, not you. You're never going to make it. You have no talent. But you should stick with it because I see something as long as, well, maybe. But I'm not sure. But anyway, just give me the gram.
It's insane. Listen, I'm very busy and I have to get to my master class. So follow your passion and we'll check back. Look, but again, in a binary world, people watch your podcast. They hear Mike say, don't follow your passion. Right. And then they go, you know what a killjoy. What a schmuck. Who is he? Well,
easy for him to say. He's the dirty jobs guy.
Right.
Everybody wants that job.
Yeah. Well, help yourself. But look, I don't say don't follow your passion. I say never follow your passion, but always bring it with you. Because passion isn't the enemy. It's just not the thing you want pulling the train. Passion is something that all of the dirty jobbers that I met possessed in spades. Now, they just weren't doing anything that looked aspirational. So it was confusing. It's back to the cognitive dissonance of a guy in a plaid shirt sipping a cappuccino. That doesn't make sense. Well, guess what? Neither does a septic tank cleaner worth $1 million who has multiple trucks.
That guy had $1 million business?
Oh,
That
yeah.
doesn't surprise me, actually.
I actually counted them up once. I could be wrong by a couple, but I put over 40 people that we featured on Dirty Jobs as multimillionaires. We never talked about it because the show wasn't really about money. It was about work and good humor and skill. But when you find somebody who's prosperous, who doesn't look prosperous, it didn't used to be a disconnect, but today it is. We need everything to line up in order for our brains to believe it. And even then, we're cynical, right? So, the first great lesson from Dirty Jobs was these people are passionate, but they don't look like they should be. So what do they know that we don't? And the first enduring lesson to come out of that was, well, you don't have to follow your passion in order to be passionate. It's kind of like, I think of it in terms of a dream job. That's still a trope that people have today.
Oh, yeah.
And it goes back to college. What do you have to do to get your dream job? What do you have to do to have real job satisfaction? If that's the question, a lot of kids today will say, well, the first thing I have to do is identify the thing that's going to make me happy.
At age 17 or whenever you go to college?
Whenever. I have to identify the proximate cause of my happiness. Then I have to get the paper that will allow me to pursue that thing. First, I need to get the money that will allow me to pay for the paper. And then I need to go through X years here, blah, 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 and so forth and so on. It's exactly backwards, right? What we're really seeing are people going through a process where their passion leads them and their hopes lead them to the dream job. And when they get the dream job, now they have permission to be happy. It's really not so different than the idea of a soulmate, the idea that there's one person on the planet, and if you can find him or her, then you'll be happy. Now, how do you do that? Well, here's the plan.
You go on Tinder.
You got Tinder.
Yeah.
You swipe left, you swipe right. You got the Snapchat. I don't even know what they've got anymore, but you do whatever you have to do.
How do you meet people? You have a significant other at this point, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you meet on Tinder?
Oh, the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
It was an inappropriate business
Match.com.
relationship.
Oh, it was an inappropriate business relationship?
Totally.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I had to avoid this lawsuit, so we're dating now.
I was essentially held up. No, look, maybe it's a clunky analogy. Maybe romance is different than vocational satisfaction. However, if you confuse the cause with the symptom, as I believe we've managed to do in 1,000 different ways, then we are going to be led by something other than practicality, opportunity, and common sense. We're going to be led by hopes, dreams, desire, and passion. And those things are too important to be without, but too fickle to follow around.